Hello everyone, my name is Julian. I'm here to do an album review. This time is Alice in Chains, The Devil Put Dinosaurs here. This album came out May 28th, comes with 12 tracks, and it's around an hour and 7 minutes long, which is fucking perfect, and I'll talk about that in a second. But I reviewed Alice in Chains' previous album, Black Gives Way to Blue, and I thought that was fucking awesome for the time it came out, Alice in Chains is definitely a band that was popular, and still is popular, bro. Was really popular back in the 90s and early 2000s. And their sound was just prominent and mainstream at the moment for their genre. People knew of Alice in Chains, Nirvana, Pearl Jam, blah, you name it. Anyway, they're one of them, top notch dogs. But times have changed, and it's 2013, and how is their sound still holding up? Have they changed? And honestly, no, they haven't. In an interview, they've mentioned that they have no intentions of doing that. They just want to be Alice in Chains, and this album touches new territory, but it's still the same old Alice in Chains. The lyrics, which I'm not gonna talk about in depth, you know, the title track says some interesting stuff that I'm sure you guys can search on your own and kind of make up your mind. I honestly just enjoy the music, um, lyrics that support Satan, or lyrics that support this, or lyrics. I honestly don't care that much if the music is good, if the lyrics are good. Fucking awesome. But you may have your opinion. You can leave it down below. Anyway, moving on. The music. I gotta say this right off the bat. I love Black Gives Way to Blue way more than this album. I still have to let this album grow a little bit more on me. But, you know, the heavy Alice in Chains that was Black Gives Way to Blue was definitely more on my side. I guess I like that music much better than the heavy music in this record. Um, it's still heavy. The sludgy guitars are there. The cool solos are there. The slow vocals that have like this, like two people singing, harmonizing. They're still there. It's still Alice in Chains, but they did it better in the previous record, in my opinion. Now, Stoned is fucking awesome, and the first half of the album is pretty heavy on its own, but I don't think it touches Black Gives Way to Blue yet. We have those slow tracks like Scalpel, Voices, and Choke. Uh, Very good, but you know the ending, to Black Gives Way to Blue, that track itself was an amazing ending, very touching, and I think Choke hits that point, but not to the same extent. And I was expecting that, kind of like Nutshell kind of thing. But Choke is still pretty good. It's just not what I was expecting. It's not bad. I'm not bashing on it. I'm just saying the ending was. I was hoping for something as good or better than something like Nutshell or Black Gives Way to Blue. That being said, the album itself has a very well paced uh, tempo between tracks. You can tell each song is very different. Unless you're not paying attention, some of the parts of the song might kind of blend in, but the beginning of each song has its own thing. And in my opinion, the best ones are definitely The Devil Put Dinosaurs Here, Stoned, and Phantom Limb. Now, with the time, with the length of the record, it's fucking awesome. People who've watched my channel know that I love 60-minute albums a lot because it just, that the artist put some time into that bitch. And that Alice in Chains did because it took a while to release this album. Whatever experiences they were going through, they kind of just let that in the record, and I enjoyed every single second of it. There was no part of this album where I didn't enjoy it. Now, am I a diehard Alice in Chains fan? No, but I enjoyed the shit out of it. So I think this sends out a message that they're still relevant. Their music is still, can still be really good. The production kind of makes it feel more modern. You're never gonna get that old school Alice in Chains because it's just that's not the way they're recording it nowadays. But the vocals, the drums, the style, the sludge in the guitars, the solos, I mean, they're all here. And it makes you feel at home. It takes you back a little bit. Overall, I really enjoyed this album. I would give it an 8 out of 10. It's probably the best grunge album that has come out recently. We've seen Bush, we've seen Soundgarden, we've seen Alice in Chains. Pretty soon, I'm pretty sure we're going to see Pearl Jam. And so far, this has to be the best one. I recommend it. I hope you guys go and support Alice in Chains. Um, any opinions you have, leave it down in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned.